Hey everybody, welcome to the Quivercast.
You go left, I go right. Man, this wave is out of sight. Going surfing, going surfing, going surfing with friends.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Quivercast. Today we have hashtag Does Your Captain Shred? Cole Tashy here. How you doing, Cole?
Dude, freaking ripping, brah. You kidding me, dude? Oh, no, man. Amazing. So stoked to be with you. I'm so happy that I didn't lose my piggies. And let's go. Let's have a great time. Let's have some fun.
This is not your first experience. It's happened twice.
Yeah, man. 2 times. So when I was 16, got whacked. It was like a little reef pup. It was nothing, you know.
Right.
I got my driver's license and got whacked the first time in the same week, and it was a good time. And then this is like freaking home run.
Oh, you seem pretty stoked about it. Are you stoked on it, or are you?
You shitting me, dude? Are you kidding, dude? Full on, bro. I'm so stoked, so amped. Honestly, like, dude, it's so refreshing to be with you and be on this podcast and
Thanks.
and finally like get away from the media. So yeah.
Okay. So tell us about this media whirlwind you're in right now. How's that going?
Bro, dude, I did like USA Today, all this
So rad.
all this lame stuff. No, I mean, dude, listen, when it comes down to it, I'm kind of a core guy, you know. I don't really play around with all the fun stuff that surfing has to offer. Dude, I'm so blessed. I'm so thankful. So yeah.
So at 16 it happened. Now tell us about this experience. And I know you've told it over and over. Just give the short version if you want.
Yeah. So basically, when I was 16, I was like walking out on the reef at a spot that is disclosed. And if you go there, I'll see you there. Promise. But yeah, don't go there. We don't like you there. Yeah. So I was walking out on the reef and I got smacked. And it was just a little reef pup. And it's common. I mean, every one of the guys that's been there, every one of the guys that stays there, we've all been smacked once, you know. So yeah, that one was like 12 or 15 stitches and it was nothing, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, so that was real quick. I was just like waist deep water, walking out, jumped over a wave, had the hands on the board. He hit me on the side of the board, and that was like a quick 12. You know, going into this thing, it's like, yeah, I found one of the big girls. Maybe that one grew up.
Oh.
Maybe it grew up and
Came
had
back.
a vengeance.
Oh,
man.
shit. This one got you on the feet. Did you know it hit you when it hit you?
You know what's crazy is we were actually mourning a friend, not to get on a dark note. Yeah, so one of our really good friends, lifelong buddy of the town here, and we're actually doing a paddle out on the 9th.
Okay.
There's a huge paddle out. I don't give a shit, man. I'm getting my butt in a kayak, dude.
There you go.
Like, I'll be out there for it.
Cool.
But we're going to do a big paddle out. So we were mourning him.
What's his name?
Matt Reynolds, Captain Matt Reynolds, Matty Lips. Good old Matty Lips, man. He decided to take himself, and we were out there just kind of like doing our thing. And I actually paddled way down in the bay and had a moment. And then, like, dude, I shit you not, man. Like, you're getting the real story. Like, you're actually getting the real one. Like, I don't tell anybody else but some core stuff to this. But yeah, dude, like, I was having a moment down there, and dude, I shit you not, man. Like 5 minutes later, wham! And then I know he was looking over me because, I mean, dude, I didn't lose an Achilles. I didn't lose any toes. And dude, that thing's nose, like, I'm a captain. Like, I'm a waterman. Like, I've been here forever, man. Like,
yeah.
Like, that thing, big snout on her.
Did you see it coming?
No, dude. I actually was paddling south. Hunter and Zach. So Hunter Rowland and Zach Piccolo. Zach Piccolo owns Ital Bowls. He's the Ital Bowls owner. Badass food truck, acai truck, man. He's the gangster. But they paddled straight at me.
Okay.
They were like in
to help you.
They saw the thrashing, and I was paddling south, dude. I was paddling into the shark pit, and they were like on it. I was like, I'm bit. They saw the thrashing, and I was like, I'm bit. I'm bit. No, dude, fucking laugh, man. I don't care. Bro, you know, I don't give two rats ass. But yeah, dude, I was like, dude, I'm bit. As soon as they heard that, they were like, oh, and they were on it. Like,
all right.
instantly.
Fucking
And
cool.
luckily, dude, there was a set right then. Like it was like Matt was sitting there, or God, or whatever. It was so crazy. Like, as soon as I got bit, dude, I could have been sitting out there in a lull, you know?
Yeah.
Shit, dude, there's a wave right there.
Okay.
I've
So
never scratched in my life.
Did you flip around and just go?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I was like, I'm bit. And then I was like, wave. I was like, in. It was just in, you know, instantly. It's like, I'm bit. And then it's like, hospital.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, yeah, get me gone, dude. Like, get me home. And then Zach and Hunter were on the wave right behind it. Anna, my fiance, she's actually has a video of the whole thing, which is a trip, bro.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Does she know what's going on?
Not until I got inside of the reef.
Oh.
So once I got inside of the reef, she's like, I got it. She thought I had like a sick one or something.
Yes.
She was like, oh, what'd you do? Like a backside reverse or something? Or like, did you get barreled? Like, she like didn't know what happened. She was like, oh, what happened? And I'm like, I'm bit. And she was like, what? And you can see it in the video, dude. She throws the freaking phone on the ground and just starts running, hopped into action, which is mental. Yeah, dude, the boys were right there too. It was crazy. Like, we had a wolf pack, and Zach, dude, had the tailgate down. Hunter walked me up the beach, leashes off, tourniquets ready to go, got to the hospital in 10 minutes. It was just psycho, bro. The way
how
that
much
we
blood
handled it.
was coming out?
About a pint. I think I lost about a pint.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, they almost did. So they were debating on doing it when I got down to St. Mary's to do the surgery. They were like, do we do one? Do we not? And I've heard this now post, like, this is like 5 days later now. I heard it because I never even got to talk to Dr. Borrego, which is the shark doctor, man.
Yeah, I read about him a little bit.
What a gangster.
He gets about 6 of those a year, 6 or 8 of them a year. Dude,
but aside from that, I mean, the guy's a gangster, man.
Okay.
He's a surfer.
Oh, he total surfs. Okay, cool.
Dude, he surfs. He's Cuban. He dives, free diver, spear fisherman. He was laughing his ass off when I went there. He's like, yeah, I just got back from hog hunting. I'm like, oh, you're Florida.
Oh, my God.
Like, he's OG, dude. He's OG Florida, man. Like, he stitched me up, and then I think he did like 1 or 2 more surgeries, and then he peeled out, and he went like way north Florida and like went hog hunting.
Holy shit.
Guy's a ledge.
Okay.
Full on ledge.
So he understands what's going on right off the bat. Did you guys call ahead to the hospital, tell him that you're coming in?
Yeah. So Anna, my fiance, she instantly was like that. I don't know. I was blacking out, to tell you the truth. I actually had a full white circle, and all I saw was like the left and the right side of the road, and Z-Buck's pouring shit on my head, and Anna's smacking me from the back seat, bro. And I was like, I'm going out, passing out. And I guess Anna had called, Anna or Zach called Martin Memorial, and they were ready for us. And then instantly when I got in there, they were like, oh, we know where to send you. So they just controlled the bleeding. I mean, we had it pretty controlled. It was clotting there, and then they compressed, and then they were like, hey, you're good to go in an ambulance. Let's get you down there and go get some surgery.
Awesome. What was going on in your head? Did you have time to like process it, or were you just like trying to stay awake?
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, I've been bullshitting all these stupid stories for these freaking dumbass NBC and all this stuff. I'm gonna tell you the dead honest truth, man.
Yeah,
like, you're like Quivercast, bro. Quivercast gets the real.
Thank you.
Like, Quivercast gets the real. Like, I'm like, oh no, this, that, and the other. Dude, you want to know the dead honest truth?
Yep.
I said, fuck, I'm bit. Get me to the hospital. We just kind of had like, you know, these are the 2 guys that I've surfed with since I was 6 years old.
Right.
Hunter Rowland, you can look him up. I mean, dude, world-class surfer. You know, I've surfed the QS. Zach surfed good. But we all have like this like experience. So like once it happened, I was just like, dude, I'm bit. And then it's like, all right, let's go.
Okay.
Like, let's go. We're out.
All right. Do you think it was going to happen again? Well, you thought you got bit once. Was it gonna
Dude, I
happen again?
always had it in the back of my head, man.
Did you? Okay.
It was freaky.
Trippy.
You know, it's kind of freaky. It's super trippy.
Yeah.
Speaking of trippy, dude, it was trippy. I'm not going to lie. So the first time I got bit, 10 years after even, like every now and then it kind of blips. It's like, you know, like the old school Army radar. It's like, boop.
Yep.
Boop,
Yep.
It kind of comes up like once every 20 sessions or so.
Right. Gnarly. So let's go way backwards. Why you got bit by the sharks? Because you surf. And how did you get into surfing?
I was born in Coral Springs, Plantation, Florida. And then we were in Coral Springs. I started bass fishing real hard until about 6 years old. I mean, dude, I got memories from like 4 to 6. The water just kind of always called to me. Mm-hmm. And then we moved. My parents bought that house on Bathtub Beach. And as soon as I got there, my father and my mother were like, you better not be a surfer. And then sure as shit, that Christmas came around and I got an old RC's 6.0 shortboard.
Nice.
Dude, like OG, bro. Like that was like what, like 2001 or something. And then not even, dude. I'm born in 96. So yeah, that was way back in the day, man. And I had this old RC's 6.0. My buddy Chapman and I started surfing back then, dude. It was crazy. Right inside the tub, right there at Bathtub. He is now a Mavericks, full-blown Mavericks guy. Oh,
wow. Gnarly.
Yeah, Chapman Dundas, man. You can look him up. What a ledge.
Look that guy up. Yeah, I'm not
aware
of him, but
he's a firefighter, man. He's a badass, man. He charges. And then Marco Mazza. And yeah, man, we were just surfing little waves in the tub, man. That's how I got into it. And then eventually ESA came, and then NSSA, and then along came the QS.
Okay, so tell me about the lineup at Bathtub. When you were a kid.
You don't want to know about it.
You don't want to know them.
Dude, they duct taped me to a fucking tree, dude. They dude, Jordan Schwartz from Ohana Surf Shop, who you know.
I know
Jordan, dude. Jordan hung me over the end of the balcony there, like, oh, dude, off the boardwalk, and he goes, "You little shit," because I was such a shithead. I went up to him. I was 12 years old, man. I was like 10 or 12 years old, and I went, "You ain't from here. You don't surf here, kook." Like I was like, I was talking shit to a full grown man, dude. He picked me up by my ankles, and you know what's funny, man? He really, he's such an amazing guy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny how it's changed. Like now you get like influencer kids that we got to go like tell them to beat it and stuff. But like,
is there a full local lineup?
Yeah, you don't live here, you don't surf here, man. It's the last holdout of Florida. And hope, yeah, like if any of you guys are listening, don't fucking surf there. I'll fucking find you. I'll come in my wheelchair and beat your ass, dude. I don't care. We still have it like that, man, and it's gangster. It's like Santa Cruz on steroids, if I could give you a real truth to it. Like, when it gets big and it gets good, there's a wolf pack, and it's on par with Pipe, man. I mean, we got Tory Barron over here. Tory Barron's come over here. Slater surfs here. Like, we've seen a lot of guys surf over here, and, like, dude, I mean, I really hope this doesn't get out, but, for example, like, hey, Eric, I love you, man. Love you. I love you, LaTorch. I love you guys. But when Evan came, man, he got his tires slashed, dude. He got his windows waxed. He got dicks on his car. It's like he dropped in on one of the boys. It's like, we're happy to have you, and we love having you. But if you fuck around, you're gonna find out. Yeah. Okay. And dude, the parking lot's only so big. There's a lot of guys to walk through.
Okay, describe the break. It's a beach break, right?
No, it's reef.
Really?
It's a reef break, yeah. It's a shithole. It sucks. There's no good waves there. Yeah, it's terrible.
I've seen some of your videos on your Instagram, and it does get pretty good, it looks like.
Yeah, it gets good once in a while, man. You know, it's funny. It's kind of like you got to be there. Like Robbie Boy, one of the best memories I actually have is Robbie McCormick, obviously. Robbie's a ledge, dude. He's welcome anytime. Yeah, like, dude, that wave gets so mental sometimes, but just please don't come there. You're going to cause us more trouble. Now. Yeah, you're going to cause us more trouble But I hope it gives some people a challenge because they'll pull up and be like, "Oh my god, there's guys with face tattoos everywhere. What's going on?"
Well, you know what? I think if like anywhere, if you show up by yourself, don't bring a whole grip of friends.
No,
you show a little
listen.
respect.
Hey, I'll tell you what. You bring a
We're good.
12-pack of Heineken, dude. The boys
there you
will
go.
love you.
Yeah, there you go. For the parking lot. After
Oh
the
yeah,
surf.
man. Hey, dude, I did it in Santa Barbara. You're California, right?
Yeah, I'm in
Yeah,
Oceanside.
dude. So like, I got pretty loked out in SBE.
So ESA, NSSA, how you doing?
Yeah, so like ESA, you know, I competed all through my younger years. Logan Hayes, I'd say, is my best friend. So you can go look him up, man. He's my right hand guy. And then Hunter Rowland saved me. Zach Piccolo saved me. And all of us East Coast guys know those names, you know. So
Yes.
those are my guys, man. I just I competed heavily when I was young, and then I kind of like got turned off by it.
Okay.
And then I went more towards the video thing for a little bit, especially in California. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just kind of surfed for myself. I just kind of got over it. I was just like, I want to go surf.
So what did you think of the ESA? Were you thinking like
I loved
you have
it
to
at the
surf
time.
for people, and you decided you want to surf for yourself?
Yeah, well,
That makes sense.
yeah. So I had a couple like weird things happen with sponsors, and I kind of got like shocked into the industry real quick, you know, and I got to see like, I don't know, for a lack of a better way of saying it, like the conglomerate of it, or like the, you know, like the showboating kind of side of it. And I'm raised at the rocks, man. Like I'm raised in like this super core thing, and it's like I don't really give a fuck about first, second place or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
like I just want to go do the biggest air I can, or I just want to go do the biggest turn. If I fall on 200 waves, if I stick one, I'd be stoked.
Yeah, you just want to get pitted.
Or barrel, dude. I just want to get barreled, man. Tell the truth. That's why I went to Endo. That's like literally why I went to Endo. Dude, I burned everything I had to go to Endo. Okay. I was like, yeah, when I started, you know, it's funny, Logan and I are good friends now, and Logan and I hated each other when we were kids. And like
rivals?
Like we just, you know, and Hunter and I, like all my friendships are formed out of hatred. It was so funny.
There you go. Yeah,
like
funny.
my best friends, best lifelong friends. But yeah, like, you know, like coming from like 6 years old, and I didn't have the, you know, dad and mom that are like surfers, you know, like my dad was a retired doctor, and my mom was a teacher, and I was just like, they didn't want me to surf, you know. They're like, go play chess, you know. Like,
and you were complete opposite.
Yeah, for sure. I'm adopted, so like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, like I want to go surf. And yeah, going through ESA at that time, it was sick. Like at that time, it was super productive. You know, tons of big names came out of that actual group. Giorgio Gomez. Oh yeah, you know, and my claim to fame, dude, I beat Noah Flegel. If you ever hear this, I got your ass. I actually just was talking to him like a few hours ago. You know, like throughout the area, like it's funny, it was so competitive, and I was such a young age that I was like, screw this, I'm at the rocks, dude. I'm gnarly. At least I thought I was, you know. Yeah. I'm like 8 years old. I'm like, I'm gnarly. I'm a rocks guy, you know. Yeah. It's subculture kind of thing.
Well, we live this whole lifestyle where it's a lot of outsiders don't understand if you don't surf, kind of thing. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
What do you see the difference? You're a hardcore fisherman too, right?
I am a sport fish captain now. A lot of us end up being that, especially here in South Florida.
Why? It's a fun industry.
It's sick. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, that's where the money's at. And, you know, there's so much opportunity. You know, just opportunity to have fun and travel with it. Okay. You know, and plus we all grow up fishing. I'd go get 6 or 7 waves and the tide got too high. I'd go fish for 3 hours and wait for the tide to drop out. You know?
So it all lives together.
Yeah.
Are the lifestyles different or not? Are they cohesive?
Cohesive, very cohesive, dude. Fishing, surfing goes right hand to hand. I mean, I catch big tarpon in the same place I catch a big wave, you know? and hey, I can't even lie, dude. If you look on my Instagram, I got a video of me snagging a fat shark right next to where I got bit. Like,
okay. So you know they're there. You're around it all the time.
More times than less, for sure. I'd say
Right.
six. I'd say 8 out of 10 times you're gonna get a bump. You're gonna get a look. You're gonna get something of a shark surfing at that spot. And
So
that's also
gnarly.
part of the reason why we keep it loked. I mean, aside from the fact that it's super dangerous, like, dude, that wave, Tory Barron, dead eye, looked him dead in the eyes and goes, it's fucking gnarlier than pipe. When it's 10 to 15 foot at that wave, there's
Right.
no channel. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
channel, you know. It's just slabbing nuts crazy on the reef right there.
Okay. How far is it out? Is it pretty close?
Yeah,
Like a
dude.
full shore
It's
pound? to get
oh,
through?
bro, no shore pound. It's a reef break. I shit you not. It is the pipe of Florida.
Close to the shore.
Yeah, so the second reef is probably about, depending on how the sand looks. I mean, on days I've seen it.
It's second reefs. So it got feathers outside? How does the second reef
That's
work?
the third reef,
That's the third reef. Okay.
and then there's like the 20th reef that's like way out the back, and you can see that feather. But
Have you ever taken your boat out there and tried to charge that?
never surfed it. I've seen it break. I've seen it look good. There's a place that I can't disclose, but hopefully one day, especially with this happening, I think that's my next step. I'd like to go out there and send that one.
Okay.
There's one specific place that when it gets over 20 foot,
Yes.
that it really does do it up here in this northern part. I mean, we are in this like niche area, man. I mean, like you get South Beach big, you get that, obviously you get Pump House. There's a pump house in Martin County. We just don't talk about it.
Right.
And there's some old legends. There's some old legends you can talk to. I mean, I don't know if you know George Williams.
No, I don't, but
Oh God,
sure he
dude. I'm
charges.
gonna give you the next guy for the podcast is George
Okay.
Williams. He's
All
he was the pioneer of Puerto Escondido,
Oh, wow. Okay.
like the late 60s.
Wow.
Oh, dude, I gotta give you George. You didn't even know George, man.
No, I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him.
Holy shit! There's so many heavy legends that are
Oh, there are.
little cockroaches crawling around here, man. Like it's crazy.
I believe it.
That's who I'm raised by, So like,
Well, that's the
you
good thing about surfing. Like you have these guys that no one's even heard of that may have done things that we don't even know or have done
one of
things
the OG
before.
pipe guys, man. One of the OG pipe guys, dude. Squarehead, man. He'd beat the brakes off anybody if he got in his way. He was a legend. He gave me a board for endo, man. He just gave me a board for endo. That's crazy.
Wow. You go through the ranks, and I pulled up your and it was hard because you had a lot of news stories on USA Today, NBC, every news story, CNN even. I did some deeper digging. You do have your name in WSL, so you did surf some pro events.
I did a lot of QS events in California. I moved to California for 3 years,
Okay.
and I
Just
did the
to
same
compete?
thing.
Did you
Yeah,
move to
just
California to compete?
No, I went there just to kind of see it, man. I was young. I could barely afford anything there. Like
Oh, really?
it was so hard. So I ended up getting with ProLite, and ProLite.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Thank you guys for helping me out. They kind of got me into a few events. Yeah, I went to the factory, just kind of like walked up, and then Roberts, shout out Roberts.
Surfboards? Yeah.
Yeah, he got me. Like my buddy Clay walked me in there, and my buddy Rex Mascheroni, they both walked me up into ProLite in there, and Creatures and Dragon really helped too. They kind of like gave me a few events. I did decent in a couple, and I did pretty shit in some others. But basically, I kind of went out there for the experience.
Just to get out of town for a little while? See
No,
some new-
dude, I lived there for 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I really
to leave
plugged
Florida
myself.
for a little while, just to see what else is out in the world. Is that
Yeah, I
right?
tried my best, man. I tried my best. I did 1 season in Hawaii.
How was that?
Shit, I did terrible.
Okay.
I did terrible, man, to tell you the dead honest truth. But yeah. When I was out there, I kind of like found my peace at this place. What was it called? Shit, I can't even remember it. It was like kind of by Slow. It was like Pismo Beach area. Just south of it, there was a spooky, weird wave. I have a whole edit from there that
Okay.
you can look up on YouTube. Oh, Halama.
Oh, yeah. Halama's great.
Oh, bro, I found my peace at a
Tarantulas.
whole. Oh, dude, I found my peace at that place. And you know what? Looking back, from since I've been bit,
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. I'm so glad I didn't get bit there.
No kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was a trip. I got a whole edit from there. That was probably some of the better surfing I've done in my life. It's called Halama Burgers if you look it up on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can
I'll check that out.
plug some of that shit in there. I was ripping at that point. That was right when I shaved my head. I like lost my hair.
How old were you then? How old are we talking?
I was like 23, 22.
Perfect. Yeah.
I was like, oh, my hair's going. I'm gonna go discharge. Dude, I went fucking ape shit there, but
so you moved to Santa Barbara. What'd you think of it initially?
I loved it. The politics, not the politics, but just the taxes. I got a job there that was a pretty good job. I was like selling biomed equipment, dude. Out of fucking nowhere, bro. Like this bum ass surfer, dude. I didn't finish college. Rad. Like I got a high school degree.
Yeah.
But no, dude, I just surfed the whole time, and then I found this job on Craigslist, and like that's why I was able to be there still. And then
rad.
Yeah, I just surfed and Ventura Point. I did all those waves. Like the first day I went there, or not. Well, we can talk about that. The first day I went there, I went through this tunnel in Montecito, and it's like pitch black, and you got to hold the wall the whole way. And my buddy Clay like guided me, dude. Like I met this guy Clay through this chick I knew. Dude, we went to this wave. It was the sickest ride I've ever surfed in my life. And then I was like, okay, this place is sick. And then from there, El Cap, all these other places. Like, dude, I remember going to El Cap and guys trying to loke me out. And I was like, motherfucker, I'm from the rocks. Like, I'm Florida. Like, I paddled right up to the guy and I grabbed his arm and I was like, I'm smaller than you and I'll lose in a fight, but I ain't no pussy. Like, let's go. Like, and he was like, all right, you can fit right in, Like,
okay, cool.
Yeah, man.
What was your go-to place? You staying away from Rincon?
Halama, man.
Halama.
I just had a fucking... Dude, I'd get off work at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I'd go to Halama. From northern Goleta, I'd go to Halama.
Okay.
And
so was
just
that a 40-minute drive?
Yeah. Dude, I'd just fly, dude. I'd fly. Like that wave, I just had some spooky, weird energy with it, man. I love that place. It's such a beautiful place, man.
Did you surf it uncrowded? Because it doesn't get that
I
crowded.
surfed it alone.
That's gnarly. Big?
Big. There's the one time, biggest wave. You want to know what? I got the biggest barrel of my life at that wave.
Oh, shit. Heavy. It can get heavy.
It can handle 20, 25 foot waves.
Yeah, easily.
Dude, I pulled up one time and it was square. It was like just perfect. And I was like, oh my God, I'm screaming going down the little turn right there. And I'm like, oh my God, there's no one out. And it's glassy and it's sunny of all things. Wow. It was like square. And I was like, oh, it's 8 to 10 foot. Or it's like, maybe it's big, maybe it's like, 10 to 15, but I can handle that. Like, I'm like, whatever. It's kind of a lully place. Like you can manage that, Yeah. And then I get down to the bottom, man. I get down to the parking lot. I walked out, dude. It was like blacks on the biggest day you've ever seen. And there's one Hawaiian guy standing on the beach. He's like, "What, you don't want to go, cuzzy?" That's what he said to me. He's like, "Well, you don't want to go." And I was like, I had a 6'4", and I go, "Let's fucking go, dude."
Did you guys go out?
We went out. I got 2 waves, and the first wave I packed and I smoked myself. And the second wave was way behind it. I got the biggest barrel of my life, and I came out and
You came down. Wow.
This is a story that everyone's gonna say I'm bullshitting, but like I got the biggest barrel of my life. I did the biggest air of my life. I did a full revo. It was like a little weird side wave, and I just full revoed it, landed it, came out, went in, and the Hawaiian guy came in with me. Yeah, that was the best wave of my life, hands down till this day.
Did your Hawaiian friend get some? Did he get some?
Oh yeah, dude. That guy was packing shit like it was his job, dude. This guy was like 6'5" and like 230, dude. Like he was yoked. He had the whole triangle tout in the chest. I was like, he's like, "Well, you don't want to go out?" I was like, "I'm out. Let's go." He's like, "Get your board."
That water gets cold up there though, too.
Full booties, dude. Full booties. Everything.
So, what'd you learn in California?
I learned that I don't want to pay 75% of my wages in taxes.
Okay. How was rent and stuff?
Rent was shit.
And you lived in Goleta. You didn't live in like down south, Carpinteria. Or
No.
proper?
I lived in Carp. I lived in SB. I actually lived off Bates. So we called it the avocado house, man. I got plenty of clips from the avocado house. There was this lady, and she had an avocado farm right up on top of Bates, all the way up where Bates meets the road that goes under the bridge there. And yeah, dude, we were lucky enough. 4 guys. We all rented it out. It was the sickest thing of my life.
When you moved to California, did you know anybody, or did you go there like
Fuck no, man. I went
surfboard
out,
and wetsuit, and you moved there?
dude. I had $5,000 in my bank account, and I fucking drove across the whole entire United States. And I told my mom the day before, poor thing. I was like, hey, my dad knew. He's like, yeah, do it, dude. He's like, go live it, man. And my mom, I didn't tell her till the day before I left. And I was like, hey, by the way, tomorrow morning at like 5 a.m, I'm driving to Cali. And I went straight to Huntington. I lived on Beach Boulevard at the Breakers.
Okay.
Right there. Yeah. Lived right there. And
what did you think of Huntington? You were over it and went to Santa Barbara?
I didn't even know, man. Like, I really didn't know. I was so young and dumb. I was a chef, dude. I worked in the back of house. Like, I was cooking food, dude.
Okay.
Like, cooking food in Huntington Beach. And it was so funny. Like, I worked for a really sick chef, actually. I learned a lot of cool stuff. Like, I worked at a nice restaurant and learned how to cook and just surfed. And I did all the San Diego series. I beat Kai Kobayashi one day.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. That was another claim to fame. Kai, you kiss my ass, man. Come to the rocks.
Kid's funny though. He's
No, I love it, dude. The kid fucking rips, bro. No, I just love talking shit because it's so fun. Because like when we get back out there, the competitive drive and the competitive nature, like I love it, dude. Like that's like I live off that, man. It's so fun. But yeah, I ended up in Huntington and scored, and then I ended up meeting my buddy Clay through this girl Justine, and we ended up having a good time. Like he pulled up on me in some camo pants and ripping a big giant like box vaporizer, and he's like blowing and I'm like, dude, who's this lame-o, man? Like I'm like, who's this kook? And dude, he goes out, and then we ended up talking. He had a couple stickers on, you know, and he goes out, dude, first wave, dude, this kid hucks a freaking Richter reverse. Wow. And then I was like, oh, and this is, mind you, this is like the best ride ever I've ever seen, Florida boy. And then I go out next wave, dude, I hucked a full roadie right in front of him, no hands, like stuck it. And then he's like, we're going to be best friends. And I was like, and then that eventually, dude, like a month later, I kid you not, I lived with him up in SB.
How was Rincon?
Rincon is sick.
But crowded. Go ahead.
No, you know what? It's not crowded.
Yeah, you lived right there, so you had to find like moments.
Dude, listen, man. That wave, I'm telling you, there's a pattern to it, dude. And like, good. I've surfed with Dane there. I've surfed with so many people there. I've surfed with the Coffins there. Clay is really good friends with the Coffins and everything. Okay. There's a pattern. So like you watch everyone paddle. We're talking a big day. I mean, on a small day, dude, for sure, it's a pain in the butt. On a big day, you let everyone paddle out the top. You let them get wiped by that big set. Dude, I've literally sat on that rock for 20 minutes and let guys go by. And I'm like, I'm going to sit up there, just the 3 of us. And it's possible at that wave. Like it's kind of like a Pavones, you know? Yeah. It's very similar to Pavones because at Pavones you can do the same thing. You can like let that set wash through and it's like, okay, now it's us 3.
You score one.
Yeah, and then
you got to start all over again.
Yeah, exactly. So you just time that paddle out real right, and you know what else? If you got the balls, you can paddle out up on the big side, over around the corner, and then you sit there, and then you just wait, and you go, okay, here comes ABCD. All right, let ABCD get washed through.
So what ultimately made you leave California? Did you miss home?
I made a little bit of money, and I was like, well, I got in a car wreck, actually.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, so on the Santa Monica freeway, I got in a car wreck. I messed my back up a little bit. And then that kind of like ended my like QS run. yeah. So what ended my California was on Santa Monica Freeway. I got in like an 8-car pileup,
Oof.
and I didn't hit a car. I actually hit the median.
Yeah.
I managed to dodge it. My back got a little messed up, and then I also had a little bit of money in the pocket, and I was like, yeah, I'll go home.
Okay. Were you missing home at the time?
Well, I realized I couldn't buy a house there. I realized that I couldn't afford a house there. I realized I couldn't put my roots down, and I couldn't make investments. So I was at the point at that time, I was at the point where it was like, hey, like you have a future. Like, I can't just do pro surfing, because I understand like so I got to the level where it's like, okay, you can compete. And then there's like a level where everyone's as good as each other. Yeah. And then there's a level on top of that where everyone still is as good as each other, but it's just who has the day.
Yeah.
I kind of got to like, we're all as good as each other. And then it was like, there's another level on top of that. And then there's another level above that. So I realized that, and I was like, okay, well, let's talk financials. And then it was like, I can't afford to live in California.
Okay.
Florida's pretty nice to live in.
No, it's totally nice. So you go back to Florida.
Especially fishing.
Yeah, for fishing. So you go back to Florida and you decide what? You're going to get into fishing? Or that happened organically?
I've been into fishing, man. Yeah, organically, man. Yeah. Organically. So, like, I'm sure you see Robbie. I'm sure you see all the boys. Like, any of the Florida boys, even the guys, women's, and all of us. We're all friends. It's just part of the way of life here. I mean, the fishing's just so fucking good here. You can't not,
Right. There you go.
So why not go get a nice, tasty little morsel tonight?
Right.
It's like, that's kind of it. But,
as fresh as it gets.
As fresh as it gets. Yeah. So I came back and I knew that I had captain's license, and man, it's taken me places. Like it's beautiful. You can go run across the world with that too, as well, and still surf.
Of course. So they work together.
Yeah.
How many captains or surfers? Because I love your hashtag. Does your captain shred?
Does your captain shred, baby? Come on. Yeah, I mean, I'd say, what's funny is, man, the guy that's helping me, Alan Black, man, he's a badass, man. He's older, he's got 20 or 30 years on me, and he's like, dude, how's Indo? How's that? Like, he just like he's calling me stoked. Like, we're all surfers. We're all a bunch of, to put it this way, man, we're all a bunch of pirates, all a bunch of derelicts, man. We're fishing, surfing, having a good time. I mean, that's what it's about, once you get the bite, it never leaves you,
So with you being a fishing captain, is that like having a job, or is it just like you live in the lifestyle and you're kind of getting paid?
Nah, it's a job.
It is a job?
Yeah, okay. It's a job. With the fishing stuff, man, the boat's so big, I mean, the boat's worth a few million, so it's like,
so you got to watch the shit.
Well, it's, obviously I don't own it, but the owners of the boat I'm there for insurance purposes because my license helps with insurance, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
But, everything becomes a job. I mean, even surfing can become a job.
It can.
Everything becomes a job, but you know what? You make a beauty of it, essentially. Yeah. You look at the beautiful parts of it, and when it's time to work, you work. But shit, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Are you ever bummed to go to work?
No way, man.
See, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, yeah, you can call it work, but it's still pretty badass.
I've had some times I'm bummed. It's more of just dealing. It's more of just dealing with the people. You get the group of guys from Manhattan,
Okay. Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, what's your shock? And then you're like, oh, fucking A.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. So they have the money, but they also are paying for something you live.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And you know what? I hope I enlighten people on it. That's kind of the beauty of it is the enlightenment of telling people how things really work in the real world as far as fishing goes or surfing goes, or even in the shark bite, and everything. It's like, don't surf without a buddy, or don't go fishing and look like an idiot and go 2 feet from someone's boat, or et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying?
It's also about respect. Fishing?
Yeah. Oh, dude, surfing and fishing go hand in hand, man.
Okay.
I mean, it's a gorgeous thing.
You live the life, man. You seem super happy too.
Oh, dude, I'm stoked. I'm so stoked. Kidding me, man? Like, this is, it's funny to give you're getting the real shit out of me.
Of course. I love it.
Thanks to Jordan, man. Like Jordan
I was
Schwartz,
just
dude.
going to bring that up.
Thanks to Jordan and this GoFundMe and everything, like seeing the community come together. Dude, I didn't have my phone for 2 days in surgery, and like I woke up, dude, I had like 1,000 messages to answer, man. Like this community is so sick.
So let's talk about the fundraiser. Jordan over at Ohana Surf Shop is having a fundraiser for you. And Thrashcraft is giving a board out.
Brad, Uncle Brad Flora, dude. I was just with him in Karamas, man. Bums me out I'm not back in Karamas with him, dude. We had a blast. So Ohana Surf Shop.
They're doing this fundraiser where they can get a raffle for one of Brad's boards, right? Thrashcraft?
Yep. And then we're doing another board now, and we're also doing a fishing charter. So
yes.
JJ at Oh Boy Charters, Uncle JJ, man, the boy, he is a badass fisherman. You can go fishing with him. They might already be sold out. We might do a second one.
So I'll put all that in the show notes too, so everyone can link up to that.
Yeah, and then Ohana Surf Shop, man. Go see him. Go say what's up.
How was surfing with Brad? Is that super fun? That guy charges hard and he rips.
Oh, bro, fuck. We were talking shit to each other. We're having a great time. We actually didn't even get to surf together. He was passed out and I was drinking Jack Daniels.
Oh, shit.
Don't put that in there. I'm just kidding.
Too late.
I know it's too late. No, dude, I pulled up. It was funny. It was Craig Anderson and Clay Marzo and Brad and a couple of Australian buddies and Will Rica, and I pulled up and like I walked up. I didn't even know it was Craig Anderson. I was like, "What's up?" I had 2 boards in my hand. He had just given me a Thrashcraft, and I was like, "Yeah, what's up? What's going on? Let's go surf Karamas."
Yeah.
They're like all shot out, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Craig." I was like,
You've never met him before.
No, I haven't. But I was like, I don't give a fuck. And I like went and surfed. I like paddled out. I was like, I just want to go surf Karama. I was like, fuck this, dude. Brad had his jean shorts down to his ankles. But I went back to the house with all the guys, and dude, we hung out. It was such a blast. It was so fun. Getting to surf with Clay was a trip, man.
How good's that guy?
Fucker was going left at Karamas. I don't even get it. Like, it was super weird, bro. Like, he went left at Karamas.
Which is right.
Which is right. And, dude, the left goes into dry lava reef. He was doing 540s into dry rocks.
That guy's crazy, but he's fucking such a good... Is he the best surfer, best free surfer? Do you think?
I'd say hands down. No, Brad Flora is the best surfer.
I like the way Brad surfs. He fucking charges, dude.
Oh, fucker's nuts, dude. Kid's nuts, man. He's such
I used to see him at Oceanside all the time, ripping on big south swells.
He doesn't belong. He does not belong in anything other than like 6 to 8 foot punt sections. Like, that's that kid's bread and butter, and I love it. It hypes me up so much. Makes me so, dude, honestly, I'm so psyched to surf right now, and I'm like, you got me all fired up. This is the first interview I'm finally psyched to surf. I'm like, Brad and I have been talking, and everyone's been talking. I'm like, I'm going to take my time. This interview, I'm like, let's go. I want to go back out.
Well, okay, what's your prognosis? What are they saying? Another surgery, possibly?
Dude, fuck all, 6 months. Yeah, no more surgeries. Oh,
really? That long?
No more surgery, 6 months.
That's good.
Full done in PT, and then I'm going to go probably straight back to Karamas.
There you go.
Yeah. If I had a guess, I'm going to try and just take every bit of my body and every bit of everything I have and just go to Karamas and just sit there for 6 months.
Oh, there you go. You and your girlfriend? Your fiance?
Fiance, yeah. She finishes, so she's doing her finishing her school. So
okay.
I don't know, dude. I don't care. I just got to go back to Karamas. Like, you got me so fired up. I just can't stop. Dude, literally, I'm having like moments right now. Like, I can't stop seeing Karamas. Like, that wave is the most perfect airwave I've ever seen in my life.
And it's rippable too, right? Like,
oh God, it's the best wave in the world.
Yeah, I've never surfed it, but
for a young dumb idiot that wants to hurt himself, that is the best wave in the world.
There you go. We'll also put the GoFundMe on there too. So hopefully everyone's coming together.
Well, yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, everything's coming together, and I really appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you giving me this opportunity.
So let me ask you a couple more questions. Or what did you learn from this experience? Did you learn anything from this? Besides you miss surfing?
I learned, I'm actually probably going to do a surf safety course here in town, just for the
That's
Goms.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to make something of this, like there's a reason this happened. God gives you things. And yeah, so definitely going to teach the Groms, hey, dude, even if you get cut by a fan, dude, shit, know how to take that leash off, know how to make that tourniquet, know how to twist it, know how to do what you need to do, especially with Zach Piccolo and Ital Bulls. And then other than that, I just want to say thanks to Jordan. He has been just a whirlwind of a guy. And anybody's life that he can be, he is. So
that's rad.
The world wouldn't be the same without that guy. And especially Tara as well, and Jenna and Curran and the whole family over there, and Chatty Patty and everyone. So thanks to them. And then my GoFundMe, please help out. I don't expect you to help out if you ain't got it, so don't do it if you ain't got it.
That's cool.
But,
yeah.
But just for everyone for everyone who's listening, if you ain't got it, it's all right, man. I understand because I've been there, dude. I've burned all my bridges just to get surfing. But and then other than that, man, just loving life, dude. Yeah. Loving life and
your attitude's great for being in a shitty situation. So
dude, you know what? It's not shitty. It's everything happens for a reason, and no situation in life is shitty.
Okay.
Because what you go through on a real hard, shitty part of your life, makes you stronger and makes you the man that you should be. So if anybody's going through a shitty part in their life, especially with my buddy, taking his own life recently,
that sucks.
That we were surfing for when I got bit, which is crazy, just for anybody that's out there that's listening. And hey, listen, dude, God's got a plan for you, man. You know, God's got a plan for you, and you're going to be better. You're going to do better. You're going to be the best. And you might not do the best this year. You might not do the best next year, but it's coming, and just keep grinding. So to anybody out there listening.
Did you get a barrel that day before you got bit?
I didn't. No, that was actually 2 days, or that was a day before. That was a nugget. That was a little nug. You saw that one, that little sneak in, right?
Yeah, the little shore pound like thing.
Yeah, that was a little sneak in, right? That was the day. That was holy shit. No, that was the day before. The day before. You almost tripped me out. I was like, "Oh my god, that was that morning." I forgot. Dude, that was a little
junky,
vision.
And then had a little bit like a little barrel you're sliding out.
Yeah, that was a fun one, man. That was a fun one.
You get good waves. We're looking forward to seeing you in the lineup soon. Maybe not.
Hey, you know what? Anybody need a filmer, man?
Oh, there you
go. I got the eye.
All right, everybody. So this is Mike and Cole Tashy, and we are out of here. Thanks, Cole.
Yeah.
You go left, I go right. Man, this wave is out of sight. Going surfing. Going surfing. Going surfing with friends. Ride this wave to the shore. Paddle out, I'm gonna catch 10 more. Going surfing. Going surfing. Going surfing with friends. I don't care if it's wrong or right. I'm gonna do it all day, I'm gonna do it all night. I'm going surfing. Going surfing. Going surfing with friends. Watching up on my way. It's a beautiful day. I'm going surfing. I'm going surfing. Going surfing with friends. Woo!
Hey, you guys. Endless Summer box set. This thing is legit. It's authentic. numbered certificate in it. It has a 5-frame film strip from the original print. You literally own a piece of history. It has a specially minted bronze medallion. Dude, that thing's sick. Okay, there's so much more here. Go to the show notes. There's a link on there. Go check this piece of history out. This thing's rad. Seriously. Smithsonian American History Museum has it. It took 4 years of research with 3.5 in production, all hand assembled. This thing's rad. So much to this awesome box set. Remastered DVD, sharper images than the original film, but dude, this thing's so sick. Link in the show notes.